Hi, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys had a great day, and if you enjoy, please consider liking and or subscribing. Now let's get off with the video. So today I have 4 points I want to tackle. I don't know how many points I will end up tackling because talking. So first things first, I'm going to explain a little bit how my world's magic kind of works. So magic is in the form of like these little they're like bacteria. And they're called nimbles. They are very small. For us, you couldn't really. I want to say you can't see them with a microscope because they are stupid small. And they're like kind of like tardigrades. They can withstand like practically everything. The only way they can die technically is by being used, as in like the form of magic. So what they do is like there's these little I'm gonna call them dimple holes because there's these little like tunnels that go down into like the core, because dimbles thrive in the core and mantle. I think I'm probably saying the wrong thing. It's like a bit, and then the part that's for the core, that area of the world is where dimbles live, and there's these little like tunnels that are so small, nothing can get through them other than dimbles. And they basically are like little tunnels that go around the entire planet. So that's how that works. The dimbles, they will like go out, and the only species that knows them as dimbles are the shelps, which I will definitely add a second talking point. And shelps, they study dimbles and they study magic because they are incapable of using magic. So they learn to take the dimbles off of other creatures, and because dimbles thrive inside heat, so they actually live inside other creatures. So dimbles, they reproduce asexually. They can also reproduce sexually, but they prefer asexually. So there are a few gene codes of dimbles, which originated from the original dimbles, which are the magic types. There is the typical 4 that most people think of is water, earth, fire, and air. But then there's also light and dark, which those correlate to their own things. And then there's something called lost, which that is lost dimbles or lost magic is created by shelps, by those who cannot use magic, or Syndren, as I call them. Syndren. Now, another word for lost dimbles or lost magic is Syndrain. It is created by, funny enough, a shelf named Sin. His original name was Syndren, but then it was changed to Syndrain, and then he was always called Sin as a nickname. So I'll go into that lower in a minute, maybe. Or I might just finish by writing on it and then post it on Twitter. So that's kind of what dimbles are. They are little creatures that help produce magic. Now off to shelps. So shelps, the males and females, how you can identify the difference between them is that females have tails. I don't know why I decided to give females tails and males not. I don't know why. I just did. The story of Syndren, or Sin, he is born with he is the first shelp to be born with a dimble in, I think it was 30 BD, which a BD stands for, great, I forgot what BD stands for. But BD is basically 15,000 years, basically. I will explain a little bit of how the Earth rotations, and not the Earth, but the planet's rotations and the planet, and how its daylight and night cycle transforms. I'm still working on that, actually. I've had it done before, but then I decided to take that back and reorganize it, because I kind of learned a little bit more about how that kind of stuff works. So sheps, they are farm animals. They are like sheeps with wings. It's quite adorable. I really want to draw a shep, but I don't know what angle to draw it at. I prefer the side angle because it's easier, but at the same time it's harder because I have to all look floof. So I will do that later. And then shapeshifters. So last video I recalled shapeshifters for my character, and there are 3 different types. There are world hoppers, realm hoppers, and time hoppers. My character personally is a realm hopper, and then I decided to draw in this drawing I decided to draw a world hopper. So world hoppers, they have no horns or no tusk. Realm hoppers, they have horns, and then time hoppers, they have tusk. Now, it's the tusk. Anything with a tusk, they are extremely rare. I've made a apex predator before, and I do want to actually draw the apex predator killing something, but then I have to always, mess with that and then try to draw the angle of it. The apex predator has a 60-degree spine. It has like a 4 spider-like legs, and they have a split jaw. So I know I made this unintentionally. Time hoppers, they are like a very specific, I think I'm saying that word wrong, I don't care. But time hoppers, it's a certain bloodline, and like a certain coloration code also indicates towards them, which I have yet to actually figure out in my personal little figuring out with this world. Note, I am currently working on the world, so every single day a little thing is added. It might not be that big, it might be little, I don't really know. In this world, there is approximately, I want to say 4 continents. I have yet to redraw them. I originally had a drawing of it, but then I kind of took that back. I think there was 5, because there was monstrosities, hickties, shelps, dark, like tusk area. I don't really know. It was like a darker realm. It's like the dark realm. It's like the darker bit of the world, and then there's a lighter bit of the world. I think there was 5 continents and a bunch of like little islands scattered around, and one of those islands were called the Relic Islands, or the Relic Isle. This isle, so in my world, instead of there being like a bunch of multiple religions, everything collectively, because the Hickties and the monstrosities, this was a time when they were living in peace, and the Hickties and monstrosities decided to get together, and they created what is now known as relics. They put dinbles into these relics, into these like misshapen gems, and they formed these relics. I plan to draw the relics. I have like pre-sketches of them already, so I have one planned out. So like these things were shaped and formed by the Hickties and monstrosities, and then there's an isle, and I think about 10 relics now, and each relic has its own island, but the relic is either shattered, broken, or hidden among the island they are on in the isle. So it's kind of, what I'm writing is for Syndren's story. He ends up finding one of the relics, and that relic so happens to correlate with my character, which I originally wrote it this way because I wanted my character to have some kind of importance and no importance at the same time. Well, it looks like I've ran out of time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, if you did, please like and or subscribe. And I hope you guys have a wonderful evening or day, whatever time zone you are in, and I bid you guys adieu.